What's going on, guys? It's Nick from Freak Out Fitness here. I'm gonna have an exclusive interview with that man behind, Kyle Hunt Fitness. Now this is only gonna be on my channel. Got these hard-hitting questions. Let's get into it. Alrighty, guys, hanging here with Kyle. Now, Kyle, what was the first time, or why did you get into lifting to begin with?
So, as a youngin', so I'll say, I think it was my 8th grade year. So I wrestled varsity as an 8th grader, and I only weighed 88 pounds. And I was wrestling the lightest weight class, which was 96 pounds. So at the end of the year, I was like, shoot, I don't want to be outweighed by 8 pounds again. So I better lift some weights and try to build some muscle. So I got into the gym like the first day, and the rest was history. I mean, I loved it. Fell in love from literally the first set of bench press.
Now, you've obviously had a lot of success on YouTube. What made you first want to get into YouTube? Just to get the videos up there? Or?
Well, initially it wasn't even to be like YouTube. Like YouTube's blown up now to where people go into it, I think, with the idea in their head that they're gonna create a big following or get known, get famous or whatever. And it was never like that for me. I mean, I know a lot of people say that, but it really wasn't. For one, YouTube Fitness wasn't nearly what it is today. Like today, if you put in the time and the effort, you can grow a following. Hundreds of other people have done it. But initially, it was just to put my own stuff out there. It was really just, for one, I wanted to watch my own workout videos to kind of show my technique, kind of drill my own technique and look for inefficiencies and things like that. But it was really just to put some stuff out there with really no hope of it growing, essentially.
Awesome. Now, Kyle, what made you decide you want to do fitness as your career?
Well, I really had no other option, really, because for one, it's as an entrepreneur, if you have the entrepreneur drive, you almost can't even work for anybody else. So that's essentially what, the position I was in. I've had other jobs, but I knew that eventually I wanted to work for myself. And I just put two and two together. I love the gym, love fitness, love helping people. I was in school at the time, studying for exercise science. So I kind of was like, shit, I should just try to turn this into a career. Rather than going to look for a job, I'll just create one. So although initially I never thought it would be a career, I kind of just wanted it to be a job, and then the job turned into the career. So
now, obviously you've been successful on YouTube, you've been successful with training people. Did you ever have a moment where you said, wow, I actually made, YouTube a part of my life, I made fitness part of my life, and just a successful moment?
Yeah, well, like I said, I never really thought it was going to be a career. I thought it would be more like a job, like a college job. But then my last semester of college, when I started to put out my resume, I started looking for jobs, and graduation was coming up. And then it finally hit me. I realized, wow, I kind of created a career because I was making enough money to where, anything I would have got, any job I would have got, I would have been making either the same or less money. So, why not just work for yourself? So I think that was probably the first time I realized, wow, I'm really onto something. So I guess that would be it.
All right, so the next question is going to be, who do you look up to fitness-wise? I always find it interesting, because I look up to you, I look up to other YouTube fitness people, so it's always interesting to see, who the people I look up to, Well, I don't know if I have one specific person, but I will say this. I look up to anybody who's killing it in the industry. I look for people who are not just putting out videos or are kind of piggybacking on top of their popularity to do online coaching and all that. I look at people who are successful. Like, for example, like someone like Mark Bell. That's a perfect. If I had to say one person, because he kills it with social media, but he has business practices in place to set him up for success. It's not just capitalizing off from, a following. He actually runs a successful business, not just, chump changing off from 100,000 followers or something like that, you know what I mean? So that's the kind of people I look up to. Now, my last question is going to be, someone who wants to make maybe YouTube or someone who wants to train their career, how does someone get started in doing that?
How does someone get started, like,
maybe
online coaching or something?
Yeah, like maybe online coaching, or maybe they want to start, with YouTube making videos.
Really one word: consistency. That's the only thing that matters. Really, it's just put out content consistently, work consistently. This is not something that can be, part-time. It can never be, a hobby or something you just do when you have time or when you feel like it. It has to be, literally. If you want it to be a job, you have to treat it like a job. Treat it like a career. Work every day. Be consistent. And then, if you put in the work, you'll get the results.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thanks so much, Kyle, for being on my YouTube, and thanks so much. I look up to you, buddy.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I have all the links to Kyle's social media and YouTube in the description as well. Have an awesome day.